and welcome to Babes in Quinty. I'm Katie, and that's Kay. We are your underqualified babes chatting with qualified people to learn more about the baddest and brightest people and events in the Quinty area. But first, let's catch up. Kay, what's happening in your life?
Not a whole lot.
You got food poisoning.
I got food poisoning. So,
Yuck.
beware of sushi. And
I will not take that. I will continue to eat sushi.
I will also continue to eat sushi because sushi is delicious and there's no way I could ever stop eating it. But I'm probably not going to touch any for a solid month.
That's fair. I got poke bowl on the weekend. Would recommend.
From that new place?
The new place.
Oh my gosh. What's it called? Poke bowl?
Poke bowl.
Poke bowl.
It's kind of funny. Poke bowl.
It's like a Pokemon.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Apparently. So it's where the old burger.
Yeah.
Old Burger Rev was. That's very cool. How was Pride?
Pride was lit. I got so many steps in during the parade, and I think there was a really good turnout. I am making this number up, but I heard someone say there was like 300 people that came out to the parade, and I feel like that's a really good turnout.
That's amazing.
And then there was some really great vendors at. I wish I brought the pamphlets, but
Pride at the Park.
Pride at the Park. Yeah, there was like a lot of resources for people, which was great, and some really cool vendors. So
that's really cool.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
How was Tainomi Banks?
Lit, but I am an old lady, and I left. I should stop saying lit. That's really annoying. It was really great. Tainomi is a true queen. But of course, I was really sleepy, and I left around 12. So.
No, that seems very reasonable.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Well, can't stay that long. But because I had to go to Pride the next day, it was a big thing. But then you're going to Priyanka soon, so.
Yes. I can't wait for Priyanka.
When
Are you
is
coming
that?
to Priyanka?
Maybe if there's still tickets. When is it?
July?
Yeah.
End of July.
I'll look.
And then there's apparently another
There's a surprise.
Canada's Drag Race queen. Another one. I'm hoping it's Isis Couture because she is my all-time
I will shout out
favorite.
this man who was at Tainomi Banks and then Pride in the Park. He was wearing the smallest little rainbow Speedo thing, and I am queer, and I could not stop. Just my eyes were like, but like, where else are you supposed to look? That's all I'm saying.
Very tiny Speedo.
I don't know if I described that well enough for you guys to picture.
Oh no, I can picture it.
Okay. It was sparkly too.
Well, I mean, where else do you wear a sparkly rainbow Speedo?
I don't know. People's Pride outfits were amazing. I naturally cut the sleeves off my 95.5 Hits FM shirt that I was wearing.
Pretty on brand.
Yeah. My mom said I looked super gay. So,
well, I mean, yeah. So our sponsors, Babes in Quinty is sponsored by Good News in Quinty, the weekly email newsletter from inquinty.ca that focuses only on the good things happening in the Bay of Quinty. Subscribe and read past issues at goodnewsinquinty.ca.
That makes me happy.
I know. I was so excited when that idea came in my head, and I was like, hey, guys, this is what we're doing. And everyone was like, okay.
Okay, I love it.
I was like, wait, okay. Wait, there's no objections to this? Like, that was easy.
Snaps.
Okay, great. Do you want to introduce our guest?
Today we are chatting with one of the kindest people we know with an impressive radio career. She's half of the 95.5 Hits FM morning show and has her own podcast, the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. Taking the time to talk with us after her freakishly early morning is the wonderful Charity Brown.
Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. That was really sweet.
Yeah, we like to do like this whole like pump up
Yeah,
thing before we like have people talk to us.
Just listening to you two is enough to pump me up. That was so great, that intro.
We just want to sit here and pump you up, and then we're going to break you down. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It's going to be really fun the whole time.
Pressure's on.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Like, where are you from?
I hate talking about myself,
Tell
guys.
Tell us about your family.
Okay, good. Tell me, yes, you have to be specific.
Your favorite food, your favorite show. Give us like those key.
Okay, I am from Campbellford.
What's your favorite thing about Campbellford?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's so many. Well, there's the well-known things. There's the cheese, the chocolate, the donuts, the beer.
Yeah.
All of that is great. The toonie, all of it.
Wait, what's the toonie?
Have you been to Campbellford, Katie?
Of course.
Okay.
But I don't know the toonie.
We are the home of the giant toonie. Yes.
Is there
there's
actually a giant toonie?
There is a giant
Where
toonie
is
in
so if I'm
Campbellford.
driving like Main Street, where is it?
Okay, if you drive into Campbellford from Belleville, you're going down Main Street across the bridge. As you cross the bridge, look to your left.
Okay.
And it's
I
in
like I need to
Old
go
Mill
see
Park.
this
Oh
toonie
my
again.
gosh, it's huge. I'll pull it up and I'll show you.
We should go on a field trip.
The artist of the polar bear on the back
Yeah.
is from Campbellford.
Shut the
Oh.
So
front door.
that is why we have the giant toonie in Campbellford.
That is so
That's so
cool.
cool.
So there's
It's like
that.
the big nickel in Sudbury.
Yeah, exactly. Except the toonie in Campbellford. Yeah.
That's so cool.
But I grew up there. I guess it's just having the roots there. All my family is there. You want to talk about small town? It's small town. Yeah.
I love that.
So yes, that is where I'm from. And my family's all from there. I'm a married mother of 2, so I have my own family that I'm now raising there. Favorite foods? Oh, love Indian food. Love
What's
Indian
like your
food.
favorite Indian thing?
Oh, it's very boring, but I love chicken biryani.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
That I can't. I like to try other dishes, but I always go back to that.
Have you been to the pop-ups on the bay yet? Because
I have not, and I'd love to go.
I had Royal Haveli on the weekend and it was really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Would
wow.
recommend.
There used to be a great place before it burnt down in the hotel on Pinnacle and Bridge.
Yes.
The Silk Route. It
Yes.
was fantastic. I loved
I
going
forgot
there.
about that place.
Yes.
That place was
It was
incredible.
amazing.
Was it lit?
Amazing. It was lit. It was so lit.
I had butter chicken last night for dinner. So like I am,
did you?
I
Oh,
am
wow.
on-
Oh.
My sister made this butter chicken sauce and I don't know what she did to it, but it was so flipping good. Anyways, I'm very pump up Melissa snaps to you for making, I don't know, is that a thing?
Snaps?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I give everyone snaps.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
apparently
snaps. Okay.
But I
So we'll
also
start
say
snapping.
lit, so I might not be with the time.
Well, I'm going to You were way more with the times than I am.
I think
so.
Charity on the morning show, you should start giving Mark snaps to see what he does.
Snaps.
See what he
Let's
does.
just do snaps.
Mark, that's snaps.
Look at you.
You
like,
have no idea,
what?
Mark, what happened when you were away. Katie and Kay came and talked to me, and it was lit. And now everything is just snaps, and
We're just snapping here
He'll just like stand up and walk away.
in all of his golf shirts.
in all of his
Be
golf
like, no.
shirts. Yes, his golf shirts.
What's your show right now? What do you watch? Do you have a show?
I do. I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
such
so
a nerd.
ready.
Yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've been watching that on Disney
Amazing.
Plus. Stranger Things. I'm all
Yeah.
caught up on that.
Oh,
so I'm just
wow.
waiting for the last 2 episodes in July. Love Stranger Things. I believe when you guys were coming in, I don't know if you caught it, but I was playing Kate Bush, which I am featuring on Throwback this week. And Kay, as you know, any excuse to play that right now.
Love it.
Loving it. What else are we watching? I watch a lot of things around the kids and family. So we are a big Marvel family. So we
Okay.
started
Love
watching
it.
Ms. Marvel as well on the weekend.
Is it good?
It is very good.
She's
It
Canadian.
is very good. Is she Canadian?
She's from like Newmarket or something.
Shut
Wait, I
up.
think I knew
Really?
this.
Yeah, she's like was born.
Oh, I'm going to have to Google that.
This is not, she was born somewhere else and her family immigrated to Canada and they're from like, I want to say like Oakville or Newmarket or something.
You know what? I think I saw that somewhere.
Pakistani Canadian actress. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Even more reason to watch it.
Yes, it is very, very good. I love it. Quite enjoying it.
Okay, I might
So that's
add
what
that to
we're
my
watching
list
it right
then.
now.
I'm going to watch that after Ted Lasso.
That is
Oh.
something I've been wanting to watch.
Oh my gosh. It is
forever.
so good.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah. It's like probably my second or third time watching it. But it's just like, it's honestly, it's like when I have like the big sads, it makes me feel just happy inside.
And that's what I hear, that it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You watch it and you feel good.
Yeah.
I love Jason Sudeikis.
Me too.
I was very upset he and Olivia Wilde
I
broke up.
know.
Because she is
But,
gorgeous.
I mean, she's with
She's
Harry
with Harry Styles.
I know. But he's creeping me out a little bit.
Why?
I've seen him recently and I'm like, oh, buddy. He's becoming Austin Matthews for me. I'm Austin Matthews with the dirty stash.
I love it.
I look at
I
Harry
love a dirty
Styles now
stash.
and it creeps me out a a
No.
He's just
I
too.
enjoy him.
I like Jason Sudeikis.
Oh,
so I'd
he's
rather.
so hot.
We're
I know.
picking teams.
So
Clearly we're on different teams right now.
Yes.
I don't think I could pick between Jason and Harry.
really.
I could pick
Oh
them
my
for different
God.
reasons.
Yeah, I would pick them for very different
I
reasons.
suppose I like Harry's style. I find he has incredible style and his
Yeah.
the confidence he has with his style. I just love, there are very few people who could pull off, if anyone else, what he wears.
Oh my God.
And I love that about him. But he's, I don't know, just, yeah. I used to really like him.
Whoa, look at that truck.
Oh, it's a sprayer.
It's a sprayer, yeah.
Oh, what?
It's
For fields.
I'm clearly not a farmer. Okay. Highway 2, what's that?
The things you see driving by on Dundas is quite interesting. This morning, I saw a car whipping by, going clearly too fast, but his rear window was plastic.
Nice.
What?
So the plastic was flying out the back too.
Is that legal? Like I see that a lot.
Probably not.
No.
I would not think so.
So I see that a lot.
I drove behind a scooter that thought it was a car this morning.
That's pretty on brand
I was
for
like,
Belleville.
that's on brand. Okay. I was like,
Love you, Belleville. There are so many e-bike scootery things that need to learn the rules of the road.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, you ready for your next question, Charity?
Go, hit me.
How did you meet your husband?
How did I meet my husband?
Wait, is he also from Campbellford?
He is also from Campbellford. Yes.
I love this story.
So the boring part of it is that we knew each other growing up because Campbellford is not a big area. So of course we went to high school and everything, but he's a bit older and we were in different circles. So we never hung out. The way my husband and I met and started dating was there used to be a bar in Campbellford, the Bar and Grill. And
the bar was called the Bar and Grill.
It was called the Bar and Grill. And I was coming home I was living in Barrie at the time. So I was coming home for the weekend and I had gotten a call from my parents asking me to stop and pick up my sister who was at the Bar and Grill. And I said, okay, fine. So I did, and she wasn't ready to leave. So I thought, well, I'll go up and have a beer. So I moseyed up to the bar and I went to order a beer, and Wayne comes over. That's my husband. And he had clearly been there all night. And he slapped down a shot in front of me. He's like, Cherry Brown, this is for you. And it's probably, I don't know.
So cute.
Yeah, that's the best. And so, was the rest history? Like that moment, you're like, I love you.
No, I wouldn't say that. But it was kind of the icebreaker. And
that's really cute.
And he was living. It's funny because we both grew up in Campbellford, and what we came to realize as we started dating, we have lived in all the same cities and areas because he too left and went to school in Kemptville and then moved around for jobs for a bit. We have lived in the same cities at different times.
What did he do in Kemptville?
He went to school in Kemptville. And then worked in Ottawa for a while, moved to Brooklyn, just north of Oshawa, and lived there for a little bit. Lived in Barrie for a short little time. And then when we were getting more serious, we moved back to Campbellford together. But I too lived in Ottawa for some time, lived in Oshawa for a couple of years, and then lived in Barrie. So it was kind of like we were just missing each other. He was there a few years ahead of me. It was really weird.
It's like fate.
But I suppose it was.
That's really sweet.
Yes.
How long have you two been together now?
Oh, what year is it?
2022.
We've been married 13 years this year. So we've been together 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
Aw, moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like people, long-term relationships just like don't happen a lot lately.
No.
Like these days. And I'm just like, whenever I hear like couples who have been together and like, it's like, it just seems
me
that
hope.
it just seems that like a lot of people, they hit like hard times and then they just give up. And that's not who I am.
No.
It's like, you know what? If I'm going to be with somebody and get married, even if bad shit happens, I want to like push through it. And like, so I admire that kind of commitment. I just think it's very sweet.
Well, thank you. And yes, we have definitely had our hard times. We've had a few situations, and thankfully it has made us stronger. And I will take credit for that. And I will say I am very proud of the fact that yes, we've hit patches and we've come out the other side. Yeah. But you got to be. And
Why
that's
are you
the thing
trying to
too.
make me cry this morning, Charity?
I'm not trying to.
What's happening?
But I do agree with you, Kay. I think people, I don't
Say it. Generalize everyone.
generalize everyone.
Do it.
I think people don't go, they say the words and you always go in with the best intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But when shit hits the fan, it is very easy to just walk away.
Oh, yeah.
And I think more people do choose that because they're like, nope, I'm out, I'm done.
Yeah.
Instead of putting in the work. And it's incredibly hard sometimes.
Of course,
incredibly
and
hard. And it doesn't always work out. And that's fine.
Which is
but
fine.
I do
I'm
think
gonna be honest, like, because my partner and I have a farm together, I think that's made like shit's hit the fan.
Literally?
And it's not literally. I've had shit like land on me. But I can't just walk away because there's so much.
Yeah. Like that's your livelihood.
I constantly am like, if I leave, where will my dogs go? Which is probably not the best. Jeanette, I love you. But you know, I think
yes, that is a consideration for sure. And more oftentimes than not, I think people just now with everything, they take the easy route.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's just like, I think the internet has like a really bad part in that. It's just like, because you can always see like the grass is greener on whatever. And then you get to the other side and it's not greener. It's just as yellow and mushy as the other side. It was just, nice lighting.
Exactly.
Let's be clear. Everything is yellow and mushy. Nothing is greener.
Nothing is greener. You're right. And your expectations, and that's a good point too, Kay. I think social media, TV, media in general, TV, movies, they paint this picture of a perfect life. Life is not perfect by any means.
No.
Relationships are not perfect.
No.
So if you go in thinking that it's a fairy tale and everything's going to be great and happy and blah, 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 blah.
Obviously, it's going to fail.
It's not.
No, because it's like you need to put in the work.
Yeah, yes.
And it's
nothing
like,
worth having unless you put the work in. You need to put the work in.
So you and Wayne put in the work.
We put in the work and here we are.
And then you had children.
Yeah.
Did you like that segue?
I think a lot of the work came maybe
because
after
of the children?
After the kids.
Before and after?
Before and after.
Let's talk about your kids.
Yeah, we have two wonderful boys. I love my kids.
I can literally, like, every time you talk about your kids, your face just lights up. It's so cute.
How old are your kids? Can I ask?
11 and soon almost 9. The 8-year-old will turn 9 next week. So 11 and 9. And I enjoy my children. It's the best. I call it a job, but it's honestly the best part of me is being a mom. I always thought that would be the most important thing I ever do. And I still believe that. And as much as I love what I do here, and I love being on the radio. That always comes first. Absolutely.
I fully agree.
I love my kids. Kay has a son. You have 2 sons that are older. Can we tell Kay like what the worst age is going to be that she's going to have to deal with her child?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh man, boys are gross.
They are. But honestly, like you have a daughter too.
I do.
And I always said I didn't want a daughter because I knew what I was like growing up. And boys are easier in some ways, but I find my 11-year-old, and I've said it more than once to him, I wish he would just get his period and be done. Because he has entered a phase, and again, it's puberty, I understand, but he is in a phase right now where, honest to God, there have been days I want to punch him in the face. I'm like, I can't deal with your moods. Like, it's worse than a woman. It's worse than a girl. You're driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't go away.
Shouldn't all parents want to at least punch their kids like one?
Yeah.
My mom used to kick us out of the car. I don't think parents can do that anymore. But if my brother and I were pissing her off,
it's happened.
She'd be like, I'm going to pull this car over. And she would do it. She left us on Main Street in Picton. She made my dad drive away.
Wayne has followed the boys up the road in the truck. He's like, just get out. And we haven't driven away and left them, but he will follow behind them. You're walking. I can't. Yeah. We can't deal with this.
I think that's fair. That boys are.
That's some good parenting. Like, I mean, they're safe, but you're being taught a lesson.
I can still see you. If anything happens, I'm here.
Walking.
You're okay, but you're walking. But that's kids are great, and boys. I love being a boy mom. I do. God. I absolutely love it.
I am so obsessed. I was like, I found out I was having a boy and I was like terrified. I was like, okay, like how am I going to dress him? Because I'm like, I don't know how to dress boys, but it is the easiest thing. Like,
oh God, yeah.
It's yesterday, almost easier to dress a boy, is it not?
No? Well, the selection is
I just didn't think it would be so as fun.
Oh yeah.
Because, girls, it's like you can kind of like play, you can play with their style a little bit, but I didn't think that was a thing for boys, but it totally is. I put him in like this little safari t-shirt and these little like safari khakis. Oh my gosh, he looks so flipping cute yesterday.
But I find girls are just overwhelmed. Like the clothes are overwhelming. I walk into a store and it's like, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I can't even tell you how many clothes my daughter has. And
more than Mark?
How many clothes does Mark have?
Mark has a lot. Mark has like 2 or 3 closets in his house.
My dad also has, like, he has more drawers than my mom.
I have a whole...
We should do, like, a fashion off between Mark and John.
So I have a whole Google Drive right now of pictures of Mark with his golf shirts.
That's
so
our
every
thing through
day I
June.
take a picture of Mark in his golf shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to compile them at the end of the month. And it will be you'll see it on Facebook.
Collage.
A collage
A
of
slideshow.
Mark and his golf shirts.
3
I have
hour
another
slideshow.
segue to our next question.
Oh,
Go.
okay.
Because I have to announce the segue.
Yes.
You are on the radio with Mark.
Yes.
Did you know you wanted to be in radio, like, out of high school? Because you went to Loyalist. Did you
Yes.
go into radio broadcasting?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was in high school. I knew I didn't want an office job.
Fair.
I knew I didn't want to work 9 to 5. I wanted to do something different. And I was I was painfully shy. I was oh my God. I think back now and it just makes me, like, the anxiety I can feel just coming back. People would speak to me and I would just go red. It was horror. I could not speak in front of people. So I thought radio would be some way that I would have a voice and people wouldn't see me. So
That's fair.
that's why I thought I'd try radio. And that's why I went into radio.
And it worked out.
And I didn't want to, actually, when I started, I didn't want to even be on radio. I thought I would be producing. I wanted to be a producer or a writer. And then I started doing the on-air stuff, and that seemed to be what took. So,
Well, you're really good at it.
Yeah.
well, thank you.
I like listening
That's
to you.
very nice of you to say, because I still, yeah. I don't know if I would agree with that.
You don't have
But
to.
thank you.
No.
But thank you for
No,
that.
I love it.
appreciate
You and Mark in the morning just brighten my day.
Mark is very easy to work with on air. I
can see
really
that.
enjoy working with Mark
'Cause
and
he's super
having
serious.
that, being able to play off someone
Yeah.
is definitely fun. It makes it very easy.
Have you always done morning shows or have
No.
you done?
No, I've done pretty well everything.
Wow.
I started out doing weekends, of course, working part-time. My first full-time job was evenings in Oshawa. And I did that for a time. And then I've done overnights. I did overnights and middays in Ottawa.
What
I
does
would
that
fill in.
mean?
Overnights was from 11 to 5:30 a.m.
Holy
What?
moly.
Yeah.
They couldn't. They didn't pre-record it.
No, it was all on CD. So everything was
Oh, my
live.
goodness.
So I was there from 11 p.m. until 5:30 in the morning when the morning show would take over Sunday through, into Friday morning.
Oh, man.
And yeah, I did not like that. But I did that for just shy of 2 years, I think I did that for. And then I would fill in on middays when people would be off. And then I went to Barrie and I did middays there for a couple of years, which was kind of like, that's kind of the primo spot because it's 10 to 2 or 3 depending on where you are. So it's as close to 9 to 5, I guess, as you could get, but not an office job.
Yeah.
You still have flexibility to do stuff. So I did that for years. And then when I had my kids, I took a bit of a break. And then I came back here and did mornings.
We
So-
gotcha.
Yeah.
So happy
Yes.
we gotcha.
Me too. And it's wonderful. I love it.
And you've been here, what 4 years now? 3
Not-
years.
About 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah. I started in 2019, that winter, that February.
I remember that.
And then
That's exciting.
chaos hit.
I remember
Why
that.
do you remember that?
I just remember it because I remember Chris Wiggins was like, "You're going to really like her."
Aw.
And I
Oh,
was like,
lady.
okay. Because I was like, give me the lowdown. He was like, yeah. Because I think you guys work together.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was
Quinny.
like, no,
Yep.
you're going to like her. I was like, okay, cool. And that's all I needed to know. And he was right. So
Aw, Chris. Chris is a good guy.
I talked to him yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Him and his fiance just bought a house.
Yes. I understand they just moved into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's flipping adorable.
They're
Aw.
living. An
They are
adorable
flipping
life.
adorable. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Their house is like basically a Hallmark movie. Like
Oh my
their whole neighborhood. If you were to picture a Hallmark movie in the summertime,
That's
that is what it looks
That's
like.
it.
We should plan a road trip
Down.
and go
yeah.
out and see them.
Yeah.
I've never been to the West Coast. I would
Oh my
love
gosh, it's
to go
beautiful.
to the West Coast.
It
I
is-
hear that.
Oh, the West Coast is.
Yes.
But I actually love the East Coast too.
I've never been to the East Coast.
The East
We're
Coast
going there
is-
this summer.
Oh,
I
where are you
cannot
going?
wait. We are going through New Brunswick. We're everything but Newfoundland. So we're doing New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island
Oh my
my
gosh,
gosh.
with the
so
kids.
fun.
So yeah, we're pretty excited. Actually, Wayne proposed to me in Peggy's Cove.
I just got goosebumps. I was just in Peggy's Cove.
I love Peggy's Cove.
Oh, I got the best lobster roll in Peggy's Cove.
That honestly is the only place I'll eat seafood is on the East Coast.
Yeah. Because I know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not slurping an oyster. I don't want that in my mouth. But East Coast, I'll do it.
Okay, I've had oysters once, and it tasted like seawater.
Cool.
And I don't think
that's pretty much it.
Is that the whole thing?
You don't chew it. Like, I don't understand.
No, I can't. See, that's the thing.
Texture drives me crazy.
They're like boogers.
I can't.
They are.
Yeah.
Now
With hot sauce. Yeah, a little hot sauce. A hot booger.
Hot boogers.
I'm going to tell my kids that.
Hard.
When we
No,
go.
don't
I'm like,
tell them
try it. It's like
before.
boogers.
Yeah, I did it.
Delicious, like your boogers.
Exactly.
I did it it was at Toro. We did this thing called omakase. I'm saying that wrong. But what you do is you have to like book it in advance. It's not something that they just like advertise, but it's like a chef's menu.
Oh.
And it's like 8 courses.
Wow.
So we had a whole, we had like a
Okay.
table of like 6 of us, and they go out to Toronto the day before or the morning of, and then they come back, and then it's like a chef's menu of whatever they want.
Oh my gosh.
And one of our courses was oyster, and I was just like, I'm not about this. But it was delicious.
You tried it. You still tried it.
I tried it. Yeah, I will always try anything. But yeah, no, if
I won't.
omakase, I don't know.
I'm impressed that even after food poisoning, you're willing to go back.
To sushi?
Yeah.
My love of sushi runs real deep.
That's good.
So deep.
Because as you were telling that story, all I could think of was, and have you had food poisoning, Katie?
Oh, many times.
You feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
And the one I remember, I had a wrap of some sort and it had bad mayonnaise.
No.
Why?
And
I love mayonnaise so much.
I know, I do too, but it took a long time. Like even the thought of it for a while just made
I still can't do fried fish.
I still can't do clam chowder.
I can't.
No.
Oh
Not for me.
no,
Hard pass.
no, exactly. So kudos to you, my dear.
But you know
Good
what?
for
If you have food poisoning, I'm not a doctor, but drink Coke. Drink
No.
Coke.
like Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola, because
Really?
apparently it kills whatever's going on in there.
See,
What does that say?
And that's
Says it's really good for you.
maybe we shouldn't be drinking Coke.
No, well, they
Sorry.
keep telling me Diet Coke's going to rot my brain. And I was like,
It straight up probably will,
makes my
but-
anxiety less aggressive. So I'm going to keep drinking it.
Well, and thank you for stocking the fridge too, Katie. I was so excited when you said that yesterday during the meeting that you had brought in Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke.
I was
I
like,
like both.
everyone needs a good canned beverage.
Yeah. So Katie, just to explain this to everybody, Katie went to Costco and bought the Office like 3 or 4 different kinds of bubbly.
Yeah.
Because we're all about the fizzy water life here.
Oh, yeah.
And a whole like flat of
Diet
Diet Pepsi.
I see the addiction. I feed the addiction.
And then my candy dish on the corner of my desk was empty. And then John told me to take money out of petty cash and
Because
go.
he eats all your candy.
Well, him, Al, Ferg, Emily.
Okay, I didn't even know about this.
I do.
candy dish,
I
so
also-
Oh, there's a
I'll be
candy
down-
dish
don't
at the
eat
corner
it?
of my
Oh,
desk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'll be down to get candy.
All the time.
Oh,
I think I'm also, if I'm allowed to, I don't know with COVID, but I'm going to start making because I have a lot of meat, I'm going to do pulled pork. And you can go get yourself pulled pork.
that would
I feel
be
like we need to have
amazing.
like a potluck day.
Yeah.
But
Now
like,
that this
or
all
like,
comes-
Can we
like-
do like a mid-morning potluck day?
Yeah, because you need to be here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Can we do like a breakfast?
a brunch.
We should have like
brunch.
Can we have brunch?
Because then you can have lunch as part
As
of.
part of it.
You know what? Like these are these things that you just do, and then everyone's just
everyone-
kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Charity, what time do you
Yes.
have to wake up in the morning? I just thought of this.
Typically, I my alarm set for 4.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's not as bad as I thought it was
Well,
going to
with
be.
Mark away, I get up by 3:30.
No.
Just to give myself extra.
Oh my god.
I thought it was going to be like 2. I
Sounds
assumed you woke up at
horrible.
2.
God, no. Jen McKay over on Cool 100 and Mark will talk about being in here at 2, Jen especially.
At 2?
At 2.
At
Why?
2?
She can't sleep, so she'll come to work.
Oh,
and I'm
good
like,
Lord.
you are crazy. You are nuts.
I get
Because even if I lived, and to the 3:30, if I lived in Belleville, I wouldn't get up that early.
That's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
I have to incorporate the drive, which is about a half hour. So if I lived closer, of course, I would sleep in a little later. That's why I think they're nuts to get up as early as they
Yeah.
do and come in. No.
I have a
Thank you.
hard time waking up at like 6. My body wakes itself up at 5:30, but I don't actually like wake up until about 6. And then usually Lincoln is up at like 6:30.
I remember having how hard it was to drag my ass out of bed by 6:30 or 7. And now that's a luxury that like on the weekends, it's like, oh, it's 6:30. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, by the end of the week, by the end of this, because Mark's away. So I have been getting up at 3:30 and that will continue. By Friday, I will be a friggin' zombie.
Oh my goodness.
Just that. And it's funny how that half hour makes such a difference. Like I'm sure, like as you said, Kay and Katie, I'm sure you can agree that if just throwing it off by that much, it really kind of doesn't throw off your day, but you do feel it. Like a half hour, I wouldn't think would make that much of a difference, but it does, because Monday when I'm back to 4:00, I'll be like, woo! So much energy. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's
I
do
already
that.
feel like I need a nap, and it's like 10 o'clock.
Oh, I know.
I love napping.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, I love napping.
I'm also considered like people, because I'm a farmer, they're always like, well, you must wake up so early. And I'm like, I am the worst farmer there is because I don't roll out of bed till like 7.
Well, do you have crops?
No.
Or is it all livestock?
It's livestock. So, but like we don't do chores till like 8. During hay season, Jeanette will get up at like 5 and go out and start hay. But like,
now, when you say start hay,
like cutting hay.
Okay, so you guys do. You cut hay.
We cut hay.
Do you bale it?
We bale it. We don't do square bales.
It's all
I'm
around
saying
there.
so many things, and Kay's just staring at
I'm just
me.
like, I don't know what any of this means.
Means hay is like the worst. There's a line in Letterkenny and it says there's nothing worse than picking rocks and baling hay, and that's like
The truth.
very true.
Yeah.
I've had to pick rocks, and it's not fun.
Is it literally just picking rocks out of hay?
Yeah.
Out of
Out of a
fields.
field before you plant it.
Okay, well, I
But
need
like
to do
an
that in my
acre
backyard.
or like 10-acre field.
Wayne's family farms. And when we first started dating, his mother said that to me. She's like, Charity, never learn how to do hay. Never offer to go do hay. Nothing. Because it's about this time of year.
Yeah.
And when I say do hay, it is like you said, like throwing it in the hay mow. Like they'd pick up the bales from the fields and then they'd have to go back and unload the
hard
wagons.
pass.
And nope.
So
So
all
I never
the
did.
farmers out there, good luck. Have a great hay season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much appreciation.
My
for all
grandmother
that you
told
do.
me, okay, so funny story. I was like in my mom's backyard once and I had just gotten a manicure and my mom's like, hey, will you help me move these bricks? And my grandmother, bless her heart, she's now 92, looks at my mom and she's like, Shelly, Kay's too pretty for manual labor. And I use it as much as humanly possible. And the sound, like hay season, sounds like, no, I'm way too pretty for that.
We get shirts made that say that. I'm too pretty for manual labor.
And I was like, oh, grandmother, I love you.
Kay. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Sexy.
so she knows me.
My parents were like, you're mediocre looking. Go move all that.
I was the ballerina of the family. Like I was delicate. I'm a delicate flower.
Delicate flower.
I just don't like sweating
I hate it.
or being dirty.
Oh,
I hate being dirty.
I
dirty,
am constantly
sweat,
dirty.
like, I don't-
Oh, I know. I'm not afraid to get dirty, but quite honestly, I hate grit on my feet. Like I hate feeling
no,
that.
crumbs, like,
See, I'm a barefoot. Like I'll walk barefoot if I can be barefoot somewhere, I'll be barefoot.
See, I freak out when I touch seaweed at the bottom of like the water. It just like, if there's anything but sand, it just freaks me out. I can't.
It's like the unknown.
Yeah, no.
It's grabbing you.
No, I don't like it.
Grabbing you, pulling
Do
you
not
down.
like. No. But see, it's funny because I was asked the other day, they're like, what do you know about like the Bay of Quinte and like the outdoors? I'm like, I'm outdoorsy and that like I like sitting on patios. And like,
Great. That's a great way to spend
That's a great
time
thing.
outdoors.
But I did Bay of Quinte sailing school when I was a kid. And
that would be awesome.
It was really fun. Your kids might love it. It is really fun.
I would love it.
So the rule was like, if the Bay of Quinte is really shallow, so if our boats capsize, so they fall on their side, but if they turtle and go all the way over, the tall pole, the mast would get stuck in the bottom of the bay. So we would have to like work it out. And then whatever came up on the top of the mast, we weren't allowed to touch it because it was like toxic.
Oh my God.
They're like, don't touch it, don't touch it.
What?
that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was actually that shallow.
I
It's
didn't
pretty
either.
shallow because, like the mast, I'm really bad at estimating, like 15 feet. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like, that seems
Not
pretty
that
This
I don't
would
know
be like
anything
out
about
in the
sailing.
center?
Yeah, we'd be like at the
Wow,
center. Yeah.
that's not very deep.
No, it was pretty shallow.
There's some big boats that come through.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Things you learn here.
Learn something new every day.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, there's so many places I'd love to travel. Probably the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been there before?
I've been to Ireland, but yes, I would. I'd like to go back to. I'd like to see the UK. I'd also like to go back to Greece. I've been to Greece, and that was spectacular. And I would like to go back there. I'd love to go to Australia and New Zealand. You asked for one. There's, like I said,
No,
there's
there's
so
everywhere.
many
It's-
places.
it's
everywhere.
everywhere.
I'd love to go to the West Coast here in Canada. That would be cool. There's so many places in the world. I don't want to go to Asia.
Oh, you
Definitely
do.
want to go. Do I? Okay.
Well, I'm like my favorite place in the world is Thailand.
I was going to say, I'm
really?
like, that's
would
been
think
on
that
the top
I've-
of my list forever.
It looks beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It scares me to travel over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It makes
fair.
me a little nervous.
No,
I want to go to South Africa too.
that makes me nervous, but I do want to go.
I'd love to see elephants
Yeah.
in the wild and maybe some gorillas.
Like safari style.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to India, like so bad for my entire life. Like
Really?
4th grade. Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Oh,
I've always wanted to go to India. I just think it's like, yeah, there's just so much
Like it.
beautiful things there.
I wouldn't be able to travel there on my own. That's the only thing. I would want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
part of a group.
The first
Yeah,
time I
going
did
there.
Thailand, I was part of a group, and like our leaders had like lived in Thailand before.
Mhm.
See, that would be cool.
So we got to know, like, it was really cool. And then I went back the next year and I was like, let me eat fried rice all day. And that's what I did.
I want to go to Japan too.
I want to go to Japan. It's on my list.
So bad.
HR, I'm going to need to take 2 weeks off. Thank you.
Approved.
So many places to see and go.
I want to go to Bora Bora too.
I'd like to go to Turks and Caicos.
Oh,
I literally
yeah.
just want to. I want to go to a beach, like an all-inclusive beach.
No, it's so much more
You don't
fun.
want to go to an all-inclusive.
No,
You
I
just
want to
go to
I
a
want to go
beach.
to a beach, or like not really a resort, but kind of a resort,
We should travel together.
somewhere where I can see like local culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean about being part of a group. Like I'd want to know what was going on around me, but at the same time, kind of do my own thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to be a touristy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like, yes, there's things touristy I'd want to see and do, but I'd also want to just be in the culture and be around
Yeah.
people and just
Yeah.
be part of everyday life.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of traveling I like. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Even like going to like if I'm going to Toronto or if I'm going to Kingston, it's like I don't want to eat at the chain restaurants. I want
Yeah.
to sit and I want to find
Yeah.
somewhere local.
Exactly.
And I want to find something like that I can't make at home that I can't find here.
Yes.
And that's why I love that how many people are moving to Belleville because there's so many great restaurants that are popping
It's
up.
just so diverse now.
Oh, I love
Or becoming
it.
more diverse, I
Love
should
it.
say.
I'm all about it.
What's your favorite restaurant, like in Belleville or
Quinty.
Quinty, yeah. Picton, wherever you want to be.
It's very boring. Because you guys are going to really hate my answer.
No, I'm ready.
How can I hate your answer?
Like, it's food. I'll love it.
If I'm going out with the family, usually it's Tommaso's in Trenton.
Nice.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
We do enjoy Tommaso's. Here in Belleville, there's just so many places. I like the boathouse.
Yeah.
I just like the
Everyone
atmosphere in there.
The boathouse is
And it's
like,
right on the water.
great.
Yeah.
And I just like, it's very casual and you get good food and good drink. It's just, I like the boathouse. I also like Paulo's
Yeah.
downtown.
I don't think I've ever been there. I think I need to go.
It's good. I love the gnocchi.
Yeah.
I think that's where I like fell in love with gnocchi. I don't know why.
I'm excited for, what's that festival coming back?
Downtown Fun. Well, there's the Jazz Festival.
There's
That's
also
gonna be
the
fun.
There's
Caribbean
so many
Festival.
Downtown
Amazing.
at dusk.
That's it. Downtown at dusk.
Yeah, to celebrate the summer solstice.
Just walking around downtown.
When is that?
Belleville-
It is June 24th. Yes.
I love that they
I
do
love
that.
Yeah. I love everything that downtown is doing. Lately.
Yes.
I think it's very cool. Like the art things that they had up
Yeah.
last summer and the summer before, like that was so cool.
it's just a cool place to be.
I think it's sweet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the downtown gets a bad rap.
I
I mean, I understand why, but I think they are doing a wonderful job trying to rebrand it and revitalize it. I think
I
it
would
is
agree.
poppin'.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. It's pretty cool. pretty cool that we have all of this right here. Like,
So you have a podcast. We are very
Yes.
new to this. Do you have any tips and tricks
Oh
for
my
us
gosh.
to make this better?
we are so new to this too. We ask Kay for tips and tricks. We're like, can you
And I'm
listen,
like, I've
please,
never
and
had a
tell us?
podcast. I just listen to them.
I think you guys are doing a great job. This has been a lot of fun. No, I am not the person to ask for tips and tricks on how to do it. What you're doing is amazing and
good.
awesome.
I'm glad you.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. And thank you for
We're on a
having
good
me on
path.
and letting me
Yeah.
be a part of it. I was so literally, and I know I said this to you when you came in, but I was so excited when you asked me. I was like, yes.
It's
one of the
really, we
cool
needed you
kids.
to push the button. Joking. We really did want to interview you, but we're also like, we need people to push
You
the
know what?
button.
I don't even care. That's great. I still get to be on it. I will push whatever buttons you want. That's awesome.
So I have one last question for you.
Go for it.
So we asked Emily this
Yeah.
too, but so what would you tell a new grad trying to get into the radio game or like radio production
Oh,
game?
wow. Tell them to be patient.
That's a good one.
That is a really
Yeah,
good
that's
one.
good.
Be patient. And I've always believed this because this is what they drilled into our heads. Be willing to step outside the box. Be willing to step outside your comfort zone, because you may have an idea as to what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to do it. The whole thing. You have your plan, and that's great. Go for it, but don't close yourself off from other opportunities that may be there for you. Other experiences.
That's really good advice. Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Say yes. That's
say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say yes.
Say yes to everything.
And every situation's like life's improv.
Yes. With everything. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with some stuff that's come out in the radio industry in the last couple of weeks, especially when it comes to female
Yes.
announcers
yes.
and
Very
workers.
familiar.
Very
Yeah.
familiar, yeah.
Of course, protect yourself.
Absolutely.
And be confident in your abilities and know and go with your gut, certainly, but don't let it stop you from trying new things and doing new things and going
Fully
for what
agree.
you want. Yes,
I would
So-
not be here if I
absolutely.
if I just
100%.
listened to my anxiety and my scared, my fears, it's like, cause even just coming here to interview, they're like, okay, we don't really have necessarily a job position for you, but we know we need you. And I'm kind of like, okay, how do I make myself useful? And I feel like you have to trust yourself and just say yes.
Mhm.
And
You know what?
Trust your skills.
You may fall right on your face.
but you know what? I
At
think
least you've tried it
failure
and done
is
it.
probably one of the most important things that people need to
Mhm.
experience.
100%.
Because you learn more from failure than you do success.
I'll be honest. One of the things that's a big turnoff for graduates, don't friggin' be cocky coming out of school.
No.
No way. Oh my gosh.
Their job is to build you up, certainly, and to build your
Absolutely.
confidence to go out there and get a job. But do not go into it thinking that you know everything and that you've
Oh my
got it
God.
all figured out. I have. There's still a few that I think back to now. And you want to talk about punching people in the face. It's like, dude, you don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, you may be familiar with this. And yes, you may know
Yeah.
how to do this, but you don't know. So
Yeah.
don't take the direction.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Take the comments.
And that's the thing is use the resources available to you.
Exactly.
If you have people that have been in the industry for multiple years, use those resources.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's
You do have something to
Ask
bring.
questions.
I'm not saying that. You do have
Absolutely.
something to contribute, but don't dismiss
For sure.
the experience that's already in front of you and the people who can offer
Exactly.
Yeah.
some things as well.
That's
So,
really good advice.
well, I hope so. I hope that's good advice.
I feel like that you can apply that to many different
Yeah,
jobs,
I
not
feel
just
like
radio.
I was just inspired. I was like, what am I doing with my life? JK.
You're a
It's
farmer.
weird. I'm a farmer.
And a podcaster.
And a podcaster. And I had a panic attack, quit my other job. And now I'm back.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your other
So
job?
I was here 2 years ago, and then I went to school for land use planning because my undergrad is in environmental studies.
Okay.
So I really thought I needed to do something along those lines. So I went to school for land use planning, and I've never been so bored in my life. But I had a good salary, and I was like, this is what I have to be doing. I have to be this professional lady. And I read policy all day, and I lasted 6 months, and I finally had my good old mental breakdown. And,
Yep.
and
That would do it for me.
And then I came back.
I had one of those when I worked in plumbing.
Wow. What were you doing in plumbing?
Marketing and communications.
Wow.
Right before here, I worked in great coworkers.
Yeah.
Wonderful company. Not for me.
For me,
No.
yeah.
Very much not for me.
I think it's good to know when something's not for you, and it's okay to say it, to be like it's not for you, and to take a step back.
For
and
sure.
find
I
something
learned
else.
a ton,
Mm-hmm.
but like also just like not quite me.
Well, but sometimes you need, and you do.
You're too pretty.
Sometimes, yeah, you are too pretty, Kay, to be
Way
in
too
plumbing.
pretty for plumbing.
Sometimes you need to go through that though too, and not that a breakdown is necessary in all situations.
That's really good mom advice.
But
I like that.
think I think you do need to go through that, because I'll be honest. So, okay, I worked until I had babies, and then when I started to have babies, I came to a point where I thought, you know what? I shouldn't be in radio anymore. Radio is too out there. I do need to be doing something more 9 to 5-ish.
Yeah.
I worked in insurance for 5 years.
Really?
Yes.
I knew this.
Great group, amazing people.
Yeah.
Loved the people I worked with. 5 years. And then it wasn't a breakdown, but it was a definite wall. And it was kind of like, I can't. And then you want to talk about fate. I just happened to be in the car one morning with Wayne, and Ingrid and Mark were talking about, sorry to back up a little bit further. I know this is becoming a longer story than it needs to.
No, I like it.
But,
Go.
So I had hit a wall at work, and I knew I was getting bored. I was getting restless, but I thought I can't go back to radio because I'm out. I'm done. And we were coming to Belleville actually that morning, and Wayne had just bought an inflatable for the yard for Christmas. It was a Santa in an outhouse.
I love that.
Love this.
It's my favorite inflatable. I'll include a photo.
Yes, it's a favorite of many, including Mark and Ingrid at the time. So they were talking about it on the air. So I texted Ingrid because she and I knew each other, and kind of laughed about it. And I said, thanks for mentioning it. She was talking about us.
Yeah.
Because she had seen the inflatable. I said, thanks for mentioning us. Hope all is good. Blah, blah, blah. Chit chat for a bit. She came back and said, you're going to hear shortly, I'm retiring. I said, oh, that's too bad. Airwaves aren't going to be the same, blah, blah, blah. And then jokingly, I said, hey, does Mark want to co-host? Ha, 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 ha. And an hour later, once she got off the air, she messaged me again. She's like, if you are at all serious, get your name in. Here's Ferg's contact. Let him know.
I love that.
And I hummed and hawed, and I really didn't think I would come back to radio. And Wayne was the one who kind of was like, you know what? See how it goes. You really enjoyed it. Why don't you try it? And bing, bang, boom, here we are. But I never thought I would be back. And it took stepping away and hitting that wall to realize once I got back here, how much I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine doing anything else now.
Yeah.
So it's good. Again, a breakdown isn't recommended, but sometimes
we
when
hope that you all go to therapy and you don't reach your breaking point.
I think everybody needs to go to therapy.
Therapy is amazing.
Therapy is wonderful.
Amazing.
I love therapy.
I do too. And I wish more people did.
Yeah.
Like, I wish people would just realize.
I feel like that's something that I'm going to just start talking about all the time. Is just like, let's normalize therapy.
What's wrong? I've been in
anytime
therapy
you want to
since I
talk
was
about
11.
Beautiful.
It's great.
Wayne and I have been to therapy, the two of us, like counseling, marriage counseling, and I have gone myself. And yes, it is awesome. But that's just it. I don't know that, like, even if nothing seems wrong, there's always things there that
you can
get
What's
pointed.
wrong with
Things
trying
can
to make
be pointed out
better
exactly
than what they already are.
Exactly. I love it. Anytime you guys want to talk about it, I'm open to come back and do that because I love therapy.
We should have a therapy
counseling.
week.
We should have a therapy week. Do we have like a therapist we can like have on the pod?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Well, that was amazing.
That was a pretty good.
You rock.
I think that was a really good conversation.
Are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just to wrap things up, I want to remind everybody that the Babes in Quinty is sponsored by Good News in Quinty, the weekly email newsletter from inquinty.ca that focuses only on the good things happening in the Bay of Quinte. Subscribe and read our past issues at goodnewsinquinty.ca.
And I'm going to pump our socials,
Sick.
which we have.
We do.
Instagram.
Babes of Quinte.
If you want to email us any good news to read on the podcast or good events in the area that can be added to the Good News in Quinty, you can email us at, do we have an email?
babesofquinty@gmail.com. Or you can send it to Kay at 955hitsfm or Katie at inquinty.ca.
My Instagram is Katie_Schratt, or of course, follow the farm at Tipsy Willow Farm.
I'm Hey It's KXO on Instagram.
I love that.
Charity,
Yes.
any socials you'd like to push?
I'm so
/ your
old.
podcast?
Our podcast. So there's the Mark and Charity Coffee podcast, which is available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can have a listen to that. That's daily, Monday through Friday. We do that. Just a wrap up of the show and just kind of a little more casual. It is a lot of fun to do.
It's fun to listen to.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope so. That's one thing that I hope that we achieve is that people enjoy listening to it that way, that it is fun. Our Facebook page, there's the 95.5 Facebook page that you can check out what's going on air with us and of course with Emily. Our email, charity at 955hitsfm.ca or Mark at 955hitsfm.ca. That's Mark with a K. You can reach us. And yeah, that's about it. I have my own Facebook page as well. You can always message me and leave something there. Would love to hear from anybody and everyone. And thank you both for letting me be a Babe and Quinny today. That was fun.
Thank you.
We need to have stickers or something to give to people after.
Yeah,
It's
you're a babe
you're
and
now a
Quinty.
babe of
Seriously,
Quinny.
though,
Babe and
you
Quinny.
two are great. And I love this. And I cannot wait to hear more of it. It is just fantastic.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Charity.
Charity.